Hey friends, it's Amy the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. We're home from work and I am making an oldie but goodie, guys. I've had this so many times. It's so delicious. I love to cook it and I love to eat it. It's so easy. If you're looking for easy, fast, and low carb, this is one of those recipes. And it is the pork chops cooked in a basil cream sauce. I love cream sauces. I love sauces. And this one is so delicious and different. So if you're looking for something different, even though we use a lot of the same ingredients, the flavors are different. So guys, what I've done is I took some really thin pork chops and I cooked them in the skillet with a tablespoon of butter and a little bit of avocado oil. Heavily seasoned those with salt and pepper. So heavily seasoned with salt and pepper. And then I moved them out of the way. After that, I took half of a small onion and I've caramelized that in the butter and oil that was left over from the pork chops. And look, they're delicious. Don't those, I mean, they look delicious, don't they? I love caramelized onions. Now that those onions are done, I'm going to add some minced garlic. Guys, if you've had this recipe before, I would love to know it in the comments. Say, I've had it and I loved it. If you haven't tried it yet, this is an oldie from my recipe blog, but it is so delicious. So delicious. So this is a pork chop in a basil cream sauce. You can use center cut pork chops. You can use thick pork chops. It doesn't matter. I just used the thin ones because I wanted to cook it really quickly and get out of the kitchen tonight. So we added that minced garlic. We're just cooking this until it's fragrant, which is right now. It smells so good in here. As you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. We're going to add our next two ingredients, guys, which is a half a cup of beef broth, half cup of beef broth, and a full cup of heavy cream. I haven't opened this one yet. Half cup beef broth, full cup of heavy cream, inside those onions, and a little bit of garlic. Now, the more cream you add, the longer it has to cook. Remember my tip, you can always add to, you cannot take away. So start with this, and then if you want to have more sauce for your pork chops, you can always add. All right, and we're gonna let this simmer for maybe 1 to 3 minutes, just to let these flavors simmer together. And then we've got a couple of seasonings we're gonna add. I love this. So let me know if you've tried it before and if you enjoy it. If you haven't yet, I can't wait for you to try this. It's so good. Let me know where you're watching from when you jump on. Hey, Kathy from Flagstaff. I see Hedwig and Missy. And I see Faye and BB on here. Hey, Jewel. I see Andre. I see Andre, Angie. Hey, Amy. I see Karen and Lisa and Doris. How are you guys doing today? I'd love to know what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. I love to cook, but I only like to cook things that are fast and easy. Like, I really enjoy cooking and I love to eat great food. And I know that when I cook at home, I know what ingredients are going into my plate and I know that it tastes delicious. And if it's something I don't love, then I might cook it every once in a while. But I love to rotate the things we really enjoy. This is one of those. It's been a long time since we've cooked it and it's so delicious. So again, you take your pork chops. I'm using thin cut because I want to cook it fast. You just season with salt and pepper and cook that pork chop all the way through with butter and a little bit of avocado oil or just butter, it doesn't matter. Our side dish tonight is roasted Brussels sprouts. So I've got my Brussels sprouts in the oven on a baking sheet, heavily drizzled with avocado oil, salt and pepper, that's it. And they're gonna be delicious. All right, I'm trying to turn this up just a minute so I can get this good and heated. We want this to start simmering before I add my next ingredients. Guys, this is so fast and easy that we're literally almost done. I want this to start simmering though, because we want this to get a little thick before we add our final ingredients to it. So right now in our sauce, we used the same skillet that had leftover butter, and we added a half of a small onion, and we just caramelized that onion. You can slice it or dice it. I diced mine really small. And when those onions got good and caramelized, we added our minced garlic. Now I just did a couple of teaspoons because this is already cut up. I don't normally buy it like this, but that's all I had. So I just did a couple of teaspoons. You can always add more later if you think you need to. I wouldn't add this, I'd add garlic powder. We actually are gonna add a little garlic powder to this in a few minutes. All right, it's starting to simmer. Now we know when you put these sauces together, it will start to thicken. So once we added that garlic, we let it just become fragrant, and then we added a half a cup of beef broth and a full cup of heavy cream. Does that sound familiar? Last night I made night before last, I made an amazing spinach cream sauce, and we used that same combination. So I got a half a cup of beef broth, 1 full cup of heavy cream. Now we're gonna add in a teaspoon of basil. I love these little fresh packs. I know I show you all the time. I'll show you again. I buy these in the produce section at the grocery store. I see them at Walmart. I see them at Kroger. I've even seen them at little small mom and pop stores. Right over in the produce where you get your fresh vegetables. This is chopped basil. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. So I am adding a little bit more garlic here. I'll take this off the heat a second so I can make sure I understand what it's doing here. All right, we're going to let this simmer actually a couple more minutes. And then we're going to add 2 more ingredients, and that's going to be our last 2 ingredients. We're going to do a cup of Parmesan cheese, and then we're going to do 2 tablespoons, guys, of parsley. This is a beautiful green sauce. It's really beautiful. I love pretty food, and these seasonings look so good in it. Hey, Sandy, how are you? I see Brenda. I see Christine. How are you guys? Hey, Connie, how are you? All right, so what are you guys doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly? Kimberly said spaghetti squash with tuna, mixed vegetables, and a light butter sauce. That sounds delicious, actually. All right, so let me know what y'all are doing for dinner tonight. If you haven't tried this recipe, I know you're going to love it. And guys, if it looks good and sounds good to you, go ahead and give me some hearts and comments, but share this video. Give me some hearts and share this video. I want to make sure that we're reaching other people to show them how simple it is to cook and eat really healthy food. All right, I'm going to pull this off the heat because it's going to get thick way too fast. Let's go ahead and add in our next ingredient, which is a full cup of Parmesan cheese. You can definitely shred your own Parmesan block if you want to, but I'm just going to, oh, look at that, perfect amount. A cup of Parmesan. That Parmesan is going to thicken this up really good. So you don't want to get it too thick because then you have to add liquid and let it continue to simmer. So we're going to add in this Parmesan. The last thing, guys, is our parsley. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of parsley. Does this not look beautiful already? Go ahead and give me some hearts. Ooh, somebody said they had taco bowls. Who was that? Ooh, Christina, love taco bowls. Kathy had smash burgers. Yum. We ain't done those in a little while. All right, so I turned this up just a little bit because I took it off the heat. We want to make sure this is still simmering before I add my very last ingredient. But look how beautiful this is. We're not even done yet. Ooh, that looks good. The last thing, guys, is our parsley. We're going to do 2 tablespoons, which is pretty much this entire fresh pack of parsley. And it's going to turn this sauce into a beautiful green sauce. And then we're going to put our pork chops right inside it and mix them up really good. Or you can pour it over your pork chops, completely up to you. But look, ooh, man, fresh herbs are always delicious. All right, I'm going to take this off the heat because it's not going to take but a second to mix this in. And it already looks pretty great. I like the thickness of it right this second. So I'm going to turn the heat off and move it. Look at this, guys. Does this not look beautiful? Give me some hearts if this looks beautiful. I love a good sauce. Sauces make all of your protein so pretty and absolutely delicious. And it's so simple. It's so fast that you can do this really quickly and it doesn't prolong your dinner time. You still can be in and out of the kitchen in 30 minutes or less. Look at that. It kind of looks like spinach, but it's not. Ooh, does that not look good? Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the heat just a second. I'm going to add my pork chops to the skillet and let that continue to simmer just a second. I want to get all those seasonings mixed in really good. Turn it back on a low heat. Oh my goodness, guys. Yum, yum. I love this dish. I love to cook it and I love to eat it. And that side dish of roasted vegetables goes very well with this. So tonight I'm doing Brussels sprouts, but you could do asparagus, you could do cabbage, you could do green beans. I mean, you could do so many things. I love broccoli. So broccoli is really good with this. As a matter of fact, this sauce goes really good on your pork chops and your broccoli. So keep that in mind. I love broccoli with this dish too. But tonight I'm doing Brussels sprouts because we haven't made those in a little while. Now you can barely see my pork chops. My pork chops are fully covered, as you can see. And that's okay. That's plenty of sauce. If you have really thick pork chops, then you might want more sauce. I just did thin ones. But gosh, don't this look delicious. All right, guys, I'm going to check on my Brussels sprouts real quick. They may be burning. Watch out, babies. Watch out. All right, let's check out these Brussels sprouts. Oh, yes, they are starting to burn. They're starting to burn. I should have put a little extra coat of heavy cream. I mean, not heavy cream. I should put a little extra coat of oil on there. But, ooh, don't those look good? Just simple dish. Let me toss these around. I love to see the bottom. Oh, yeah, these are perfect. I like to see the bottoms a little brown. Let me pick this up so y'all can see. I just wanted to toss it. Look at that. Yes, those are going to be delicious. And all I did was put salt and pepper and avocado oil. That's it. And just put them on 350 and let them roast. I love to roast vegetables. All right, guys, so our dinner is ready. I'm fixing to call Ricky in so we can eat and I can clean up and talk to some friends tonight. So, guys, if I can help you in any way, make sure you reach out to me. Share this video, guys, if it looks delicious. If it looks delicious and sounds delicious, make sure you share the videos. You're going to love this. So make sure if you haven't tried it before, you get this on your menu for next week. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.